Welcome back to Cryptowise. My name is Marvin, and I will be your captain for this episode. And what a crazy time it is to be in crypto land. I don't know about you, but the last 48 hours have been absolutely insanely scary. Is this the end? ... Question mark, exclamation mark, question mark. That's the question a lot of you are asking. That is a question that we hear a lot of, especially over the last 48 hours. Is this the end? Well, you will find out my opinion on the answer to that question coming up in this episode. But not only that, I'm going to be talking about altcoins, and I'm going to be talking about some of my best picks that I believe are the best picks to be buying during these dips, during these volatile times. And so stick around because you're going to want to stay tuned to this episode. We've got a lot of information coming your way, really important information. But in the meantime, if you haven't already, please do us a huge favor and smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click on that little bell. That little bell is extremely important. Why? Because you're going to get live, real-time updates on information that's coming your way. And so, for example, last week we had our first live show. And so for those that joined, awesome. Thank you so much. I realized we had some sound issues in that show, and we are resolving that for our next live show, which will be coming again this week. And so we hope to resolve the majority of those issues. Our last live show was a test show. Hopefully the content was great, but the audio issues were a bit frustrating. So we're resolving that. And stay tuned. Click on that bell because we're going to be going live again this week. Now, things have been absolutely nuts. I am going to dive right in. If you don't already, also follow us on Twitter at Cryptowise Official. And of course, our Telegram channel, which is absolutely amazing. For those of you that don't, you're going to want to join us on Telegram. Why? Because Telegram's 24/7. Number one, you can chat about crypto. You can talk to us. And we've got some amazing community members in there bringing some amazing information all the time. So you're getting stuff from Milton and myself, and you're getting stuff from our community members, some of which are diehard Cryptowise fans, but not diehard Cryptowise only. They are crypto fanatics who are out there researching every day. So you're going to want to join us there. But let's dive in. The market is going absolutely bananas. Yeah, that's right. It's going absolutely bananas. Bitcoin, 56,000. Now, what the hell is going on? When I say bananas, I mean it's unpeeling in crazy ways. Ethereum trying to stay over 2,200. It just dipped here at 21.99. Let's take a quick peek at the last 24 hours. We've gone up and down over 22.5, back down to 22, and we've dipped all the way down close to 2,100, and we've had some recovery back up over 22, and we're dipping again now. So there's a lot of volatility happening in the market. The same goes for Bitcoin. I mean, listen, the last 48 hours, if you've been paying attention, and I hope you have, because if you're not already full-time crypto, what the hell are you doing? Bitcoin, over the last 24, has had similar charts to Ethereum, trying, and then some corrections happening, and then trying again. And over the last 7 days, we've seen some significant sell-off. I mean, look, we reached almost 65,000 a couple of times, just shy at 64,800. And then we had rejections and some significant sell-off. Now, there has been some news with hash rate issues due to storms in China that caused market concerns. Specifically for Bitcoin, which causes concerns for the entire crypto ecosystem. And that's an important thread. But, you know, so much bullish news is also happening at the same time. So it's hard to know what the hell is going on. But is this the end? I absolutely do not think so. Not at all. I think that in every bull cycle, there is tendency for those baby bears to come along and peek their heads through hibernation and remind us that they're there. I also think that it's extremely healthy in every bull cycle for there to be corrections. BNB was also, had some major corrections along the way, as did the entire landscape of crypto across the board. If you're on altcoins, you're probably even you probably have even more fear because the sell-offs were even more significant than some of the blue chippers. But don't forget that a week prior, last week, blue chippers were outperforming everything. And if we compare the charts over the last month, we're still way up. So, this whole, is this the end bull crap, to me is just unexperienced traders and investors who have nerves, very high sensitivity to any sort of corrections. But it is very normal and it is very healthy. And I do not believe that we're in a bear cycle. I don't. And I don't believe that the bull is over. I really don't. I am a skeptical person. I was involved in crypto I have been involved in crypto for 5 or 6 years. And I was involved in the last bull cycle. And I was involved in the bear cycle that went for way too long. And so, do I have fears that the end is near? Of course, we all have that underlying emotional fear that, the rug might be pulled from us and people will run. But here's the thing. The institutions continue to invest. I'm looking at Polkadot right now, and I pulled Polkadot up because Polkadot to me is one of the most important coins to be looking at and projects to be looking at long term. I'm a huge fan of Ethereum. I'm a huge fan of Bitcoin, but the whole DOT ecosystem, everything that DOT has done with the Web3 Foundation, the way that they've been funding projects to build on DOT and so forth and so on has been absolutely incredible. And I think DOT, we're just seeing DOT start its life cycle. And so although it's got a $35 billion market cap, I mean, look at the market today. Polkadot is really just showing the top of its head here a bit as it comes out. And so I think over the next couple of years, Polkadot to me is probably my number one pick in terms of where I bet my money on the long run. Of course, that doesn't mean I don't love Bitcoin. That doesn't mean I don't love Ethereum and some of the other large projects and small projects. But for me, Polkadot is where it's at long term. I'm betting my bags long term on Polkadot, absolutely, and in the short term too. And right now at $35.61, I do believe that Polkadot is a good buy. I continue to accumulate bags of DOT. I have way before DOT even rearranged its decimal place, so to speak, by swapping. I was investing in DOT at $140, and you're going to go, what do you mean $140? Well, that was really $1.40, and then it went all the way up to $500 in that cycle, and I invested all the way there, and that was $5. And then they did the redecimal place, so to speak, and started buying back at $2.80, $3, back up to $5, and all the way up back here to $30, $40. I'm still buying chunks of DOT. And how am I doing that? Well, I'm taking my profits from some of the altcoin gains that I've received, specifically in projects that I'm less bullish on long-term and I'm involved in simply for shorter-term gains, and moving that into the blue chippers like DOT. That's part of my strategy, and I think that should be part of everyone's strategy to some degree. Filecoin is also another project that has had some significant sell-off, but also some major boom. I mean, if you compare this to 6-8 weeks ago, it's still way up. And so, yeah, again, the entire market is taking a beating. It is fighting back. It is fighting back 100%. We're seeing a massive battle between sell-offs and DOT. But I've talked about this a few times, and I just want to talk about it again, just briefly, because if you're buying, if you just bought, let's say you bought BNB at $580 a week or two ago. Let's see when that happened. I mean, everything happens so quickly that I forget the time frame in which it happened. So, listen, let's see. So on April 15th, if you bought BNB at $543 and you're one of those people that sold yesterday or even this morning at $475 or $480, well, I feel sorry for you because you're doing everything that you shouldn't be doing, and you probably shouldn't be in crypto. And I don't mean that to be a mean person. I mean that because you're not going about it the way that you should. If you're truly interested in crypto and you're here, or even if you're here to make money, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. I don't care if you buy BNB at $600 or $580. Fine. And then it goes down. You're not an idiot because you bought it at 580 and it's at 507. You're not an idiot. I actually think you're quite smart because I think Binance Smart Chain still has a ton of room to grow. I have a big bag of BNB. And as some of you know, I use other stuff like Auto and stuff, and I'm in a lot of BNB pools to get high yield rewards and stuff like that. And so, no, not at all. And all of us, every single one of us, has made moves where it's gone down shortly after. That's not the problem. The problem is when you buy like that, right? You buy up here, and then it comes down here, and you freak out, and you start selling, and then you go crying to everybody that you lost all this money, and literally, generally, hours or days or weeks later, you're going to see these gains back, especially if it's a real project. And then usually what happens is you talk crap for about a week to your friends and your family about how dangerous crypto is and how much money you've lost and how much you hate it. But then you hear from enough of your friends all the gains they've been making, and you FOMO back in right up here. You FOMO back in. And the minute there's a dip or a correction, 10%, 20%, 5%, I don't care, you freak out and start selling again and you run. And this is typical retail in crypto. The newbies that are here to FOMO in and make a quick buck, that don't really understand or care to learn, or are just highly emotional or sensitive, tend to do this. And so I highly recommend this is not your strategy. I highly recommend that you have more of a long-term macro outlook, as I do, in the space as a whole before you start investing in it. That's number one. And number two, I recommend that you invest in projects that you truly believe in, or do some research. Even if you're new and you don't fully understand what the hell Polkadot is or what it does, that is okay. But take 5 minutes, take an hour, take 2 hours, join some Telegram groups. If you're not a tweeter or a twop, that's fine, but you can still read Twitter. You could still go to a website. You don't need me to read every website for you. And do your own research. You know, people go, oh, they always say do your own research. Yeah, of course, do your own research, because just because we talk about something doesn't mean invest in it. Go and read it. I'm a huge believer in Polkadot. Go and read the website. I'm a huge believer in Polkadot. Go join Polkadot's Telegram group and join some other groups and talk to people about it. Go to Twitter and see what some of the top influencers are talking about and if it matches or aligns to your thinking. And then you can invest in it. Not financial advice, of course, 100% not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not qualified to give you financial advice, nor am I. And you could lose all your money. I don't think you will in Polkadot, but you could. And so don't come back crying to us. But again, let's say right now, I think it's a great buy right now today. I think that at $35.47, Polkadot over the next week, 2 or 3, or day or hour, will be back up over $40. Am I a genius? I don't think so. Am I going to hold out? Absolutely. I'm actually waiting for DOT to go up here. I'm waiting for DOT to go over $100 easily. And I'll tell you what, I probably still won't sell DOT at $100 in this bull cycle. Why? Because I think it could do more. And two, I'm not day trading DOT. There are altcoins that I will day trade. 100%. Day trade in the sense that I'll get in, I'll get out, I'll get my profits, take them out. And I tell you guys openly, you know, the ones I believe in, the ones that I don't so much, the ones that I'm in short time. But those long-term projects, those blue chippers, 80% of my portfolio, that's a long-term investment for me. And I'm prepared to ride out any dip or any bull or bear, because I believe that some of these projects in 3 to 5 years will be exponentially larger and worth more than they are today. And that's just it. Now, right before I get into this, because I'm going to dive into my altcoin picks, what I think you should be buying in these dips, what I think I'm going to be buying in these dips, because it's not financial advice. We've got a quick word from one of our sponsors, Wheat. Wheat is the only yield farm on BSC that is deflationary, with mechanisms in place such as automatic buybacks and burning that reduce the supply of wheat over time. With the lowest market cap and circulating supply, it is the best and the only truly sustainable farm that exists currently. Check out wheat.growthdefi.com today. All right. Diving right in. I want to dive right into the alts that I think are the best buys during these dip times, these volatile times. Via. Now, I did a full video review, so to speak, on Viat to you guys not long ago. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. But right now, I think is an amazing time to be getting into this and buying bags. I have bags and I've averaged down. It's now at $1.72. It's got a market cap. Now, this is a small one currently in terms of the market cap currently at $9 million. However, fully diluted, close to $700 million. Now, we talked about this. They've got a partnership with IBM. It's an AI concierge. It's got some amazing features and functionalities. I'm not going to dive in. Go check out my video on it if you want to learn more. I find it super interesting, and I think it's got a huge amount of potential. Now, not thrilled about the tokenomics on Via, just because a lot of tokens are being released month over month for quite some time to get that circulating. So I'm not thrilled on how they did that. At the same time, I am very bullish on it as a project, and I think that right now is a great time to see and get in with an opportunity of short-term and long-term gains. So Via is on my list right now of buy the dump. Another one that I'm super bullish on, and I continue to buy more of, is Aioz. And Aioz is really interesting to me. It's got a market cap of under 60 million right now. It's got a max supply of 1 billion. So yes, again, same issue, not as much in circulation. It's got a fully diluted valuation of over 1 billion. But when you look and compare it against its competitors, it is a fraction of the value and a huge amount of potential. And they've only released their first application, which is Aioz Tube, and there's more coming. And check it out, because honestly, guys, this is a massive project with a huge amount of potential, and you can get it right now after the last dip. Look at the charts. So I was talking about this video and buying this project between $1.50 and $2.20. And yes, it's had significant sell-offs, but we're seeing slow sell-off here and consolidation. I just think, not financial advice, for me, this project has a huge amount of substance. It has a huge community behind it, and it's extremely undervalued today. And so it's definitely on my buy the dip, Buydar. I know some of you hate that term, the Buydar. It's on my buy the dip Buydar. I've bought some more, and I'm watching it closely because I'm super bullish on this project. I also covered it in a video not too long ago, so go take a look at that. One I talk about all the time, all the bloody time, is Auto. And if you're in our Telegram group, you hear me chat about it sometimes. Partly is my frustration as to why it has underperformed itself, but my core belief that Auto is one of the best projects in its sphere, and it is by far the most undervalued project of its kind. It's got a total TVL of almost 2 billion, teeter-tottering between 1.8 and 2 billion, and a market cap of under 100 million. Its current market cap is 82 million. It's got a max supply of 80,000, and it's trading at $3,000 and $3,228. Now, $228. Guys, I think this is part of its problem, is that the retailers think that, oh my gosh, it's already $3,000, it's already $5,000. It's been at $12,000, $13,000, and it deserves to be way more. It deserves to be way more. If you don't know what AutoFarm is, go check it out. Essentially, you can take your LP tokens in your pools that you're already earning on and apply them to in Auto Farms and earn even more. And they've got some amazing things. They've also got their swap is online. Now, fair enough, It's not the best as of yet. I've tried it. It's really good. It's an aggregator, and it's very, very good. And I know that this is version 1. Version 2 and more is coming. They have made significant improvements on the site, and they're getting more and more traction on TVL, right? And so why the hell is it so undervalued? Well, I think part of it is the retail market has trouble with the price, the way that it's set. It's also listed on Binance. I mean, it got listed on Binance weeks ago. Unfortunately, they didn't, in terms of pumpamentals, they didn't do that the way they should have. They probably should have had a few days warning it's getting listed on Binance and get all that hype cycle into it. But in my mind, it's completely undervalued. It's dipped about $500 in the last 48 hours. It has recovered quite a bit. There were opportunities to get it under 3,000. And so I have a lot of auto, and I'm talking about it. Yes, I'm biased. Fine. You don't have to buy this bloody thing. But if you look at the TVL, I mean, it's the number one undervalued coin, in my opinion, by far. And because of these dips, I see a ton of potential. I see a ton of future still left in auto. And so I got to talk about it, because if you don't know about it, you got to know about these things and you got to check it out. Now, this is a new one that we've come across here, GeoDB, Geo. This is another small cap. It's currently trading at a $23 million cap. It's got a circulating supply of 350 million, with 21 million out there today. It is also down. I'm sure many of you haven't heard of this one yet, but it is a very interesting project. It's trading both on Uniswap and Pancake, so it is on the Binance Smart Chain as well. So it is available on both Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. GeoDB is a decentralized peer-to-peer big data sharing ecosystem which returns value to its creditors, the users. Our ecosystem rewards anyone around the world for the data they generate. Now, this is a huge, huge concept, and I really like it. More than 12 million users will join GeoDB through connected apps, and they currently have big data and tech strategic partnerships with Chainlink, Ocean Protocol, which you guys know both Milton and myself are hugely bullish on, along with a number of other companies and projects. Proprietary data apps, Geocache, Volta, Geoscan, PlugPark. These guys are doing some incredible stuff. Honestly, check them out. Their token it's trading, and it's been trading now since July, earlier than that, May of last year. So it's basically a year old, but these guys have been working for some time, and it's gone under the radar. I don't know why it's gone under the radar for so long. When we look at their team, they have a significant team and a lot of depth, as well as a depth in their advisors. So I think that you guys should seriously take a look at GeoDB. Honestly, take a look at it, because I haven't bought it yet because I just started looking at this over the last couple of days, and I've added it to my watch list, and I've seen that they've had significant sell-offs happening. And so, but what I am seeing on the 24 and actually on the 7 is that a lot of consolidation is happening. Now, the other thing to keep in mind on this is that the volume is extremely low at 232,000. So, proceed with caution in that sense. But it's a small cap. I mean, this is a small cap that's gone unreported for a long time. There's a video on their site that I think you should watch that will explain this very, very well. They did some crowdfunding and met their targets, which is exciting. GeoDB is formed by world-class talent entrepreneurs, developers, and designers from all around the world. So it's international and diversified. It's got 10 plus years of expertise, frictionless coordination. I really like it. GeoLiquidity incentive mechanisms, rewarding Uniswap pair. This is cool. We have launched a liquidity mining program to reward users that provide health to the Geo ecosystem. You can now deposit your UniV2 GeoETH LP tokens and earn Geo as a reward. Now, very cool. Listen, you ask for small cap gems, projects like this come by. No one's talked about them yet to this degree. And so I'm bringing it to your attention now because I'm going to dig further, and I think you're going to see more of me talking about this as I dig into it. Full disclosure, I'm not invested in it as of yet. but I am planning to. It is on my list, and I'm digging deeper into it. So you may very well see me dive into it even more in the very near future, because this is a project with a ton of substance, and it's in that small cap range that I really enjoy, and their partnerships are great. The project is very interesting. It's similar to another project, OVR, that I've covered extensively, and again, one of the best buys, in my opinion, right now, especially after the dip, with a market cap of 31 million. By the way, guys, these guys have done a lot of work over the last couple months, and they've got a lot of stuff coming. If you don't know what it is, check it out. Check out my video on it. This is OVR, the spatial web platform from live events, and so much more. Now, if you look at my video and you look at this, they've closed auctions, over 213,000 auctions on their land NFTs so far. Honestly, one of the coolest projects that I get excited about. It's super fun. They've got amazing AVAR technology. Sorry, VR, AR technology. It's really, really cool. Currently 2,257 auctions open over the last 24 hours. Get your OVR land. They are not a sponsor, by the way, at all. But I've been invested in it since I talked about it, and I think it's awesome. You can earn OVR tokens. You can participate by having a node. I think after the last dip here, on the last 14 days, it's down 30%. I just think it's a great opportunity to really take a serious look at OVR. Not financial advice. This is also a new one, guys. Everest ID, new in the sense that we have never talked about it on the channel, and probably a project you may or may not have heard of. It is ranked 360th, so it's not small cap, but it is still considered small cap in the sense it's 108 million market cap. It's got a 800 million total supply with over 100 million of it out. Also a very interesting project that we're looking at very closely right now. Ooh, I love it. Look at that. Look at the UI here. You can see Einstein, which, of course, we love. Yeah, right on our brand. Didn't notice that until now. That's not why I'm talking about it. But Everest is a global banking platform, identity, crypto, DeFi, fiat stocks, everything, licensed and regulated custodian and service provider. From what I've read so far, they have the same license as Crypto.com, which is one of the hardest to get out there right now, and a ton of stuff going on. So check out Everest, because I've just added it to my Buydar, and it's down. It was trading, I think, if I'm right, over $2 or close, $1.72, all-time high at $1.98. My bad. It's down about 50% in the last week, and I was pissed because I started seeing this at around $1, and I was like thinking about it. And then it came back to my attention. I started diving into it, and I realized, diving into research, how much potential this actually has when you compare the fact that they're licensed and regulated custodian and service provider with similar license to companies like Crypto.com. These guys have gone above and beyond. Now, their website's not as sexy. I'm sure they're working on that in their marketing, because I haven't really heard of them being marketed. If I'm wrong, correct me, please, in the comments below. But at 94 cents, it's back on my Buydar significantly, and I think I'll be buying into it on this dip. Now, another project that I found a couple weeks back, maybe not even because it's fresh, Unlock Protocol, and I didn't bring it to you because it pumped so fast that I got worried. And I was pissed again because when it came out, I had saw that Coinbase Ventures had backed them. And I saw when they were coming out, and it was trading like $140. And I wanted in. And then literally, blink of an eye, these guys, or this project, yeah, look, it was $135 when I watched it come out. I was super excited at the fact that Coinbase was backing them. And the blink of an eye, it was all the way up almost, look at that, over $2,000. And I was telling Milton the other day, I said, we really missed the boat on that. Because I'd called him to say, listen, Unlock Protocol, this is cool. And they've got Coinbase behind them. And so check it out. Monetize the web through memberships. I haven't bought any yet because I'm still pissed. You know what it's like when you see a project and you're like, oh my gosh, I found it. This is the next one. And then by the time you actually get a chance to really dig in and pull the trigger. I know, my bad. It's crypto, Marvin. What the hell are you thinking? Got a chance to research it and pull the trigger, and then boom, it was like $500-800. I'm like, no, it can't be. There's got to be a dip coming. That's too high, too fast. Excuse me. Sure enough, it wasn't. It went up over 2,000. But now there's been a significant correction, over 50% in the last week, in 14 days, and almost 30% in the last 24 hours. And so I'm going to take a serious look at this after I film this and release this, guys. And I want to hear your thoughts. So let us know your thoughts on Unlock Protocol, as well as Everest and any of the projects that I've talked about so far today, either on this video or in our Telegram group. And guys, I'd really appreciate it if you would smash that like button, because our channel needs your help. We're growing, and we're growing quickly. But in order for YouTube to sink in those algos, we need you to smash that like button. Please, if you like our content, smash it. Like this video. Subscribe to our channel. If you haven't already, click on that little bell, because you're going to get real-time updates. As you guys know, we are doing another live show. We'll make an announcement probably in the next 24 hours or so as to when we're going live next. It is this week, and we will fix that audio. I hope you enjoyed my rant today. I hope you've learned that I don't believe that this is the end. I don't even think we're close. I don't think we're close. I do believe that we're going to have some significant times like we've had in the last 48 hours where we're going to have some sell-offs. We're going to have some corrections, and I think that that's the healthy way to this bull cycle, having a longer lifespan. If we get these ridiculous things happening where coins and projects are going significantly up for significant long periods of time without corrections, that's when I'm going to sound the alarm. And it won't say, the clickbait won't be, is this the end? It will be, it's overrun. Actually, no, I'll never say that, because I'm long-term, and I don't believe that. It may be the case for a number of small altcoins, or not, a number of the smaller alts, where you hear us sound an alarm and say run, because, you know, I always say be cautious anyway, especially because liquidity can dry up. And when there is a downturn or a very large correction, or correction after correction after correction, there could be a chance that some of those alts, and some of them, I'm sorry, are just crap. Like, there is crap coming at us left, right, and center. It is getting harder and harder to navigate what's good and what's bad. And so you have to be more and more cautious every single day in crypto land. But guys, as always, I love you so much. Thank you for watching. If you have watched this video all the way through, first of all, I'm sorry. But secondly, thank you. Honestly, it means the world to us and the channel. I hope the content is helping you. This isn't financial advice, but you can learn a lot from us. And that's the goal. If we can help point you in the right direction and put projects on your Buydar that are interesting, that actually have substance and make sense, and some real future potential, we want everyone to win in this. And so, as you know, crypto doesn't sleep. I haven't been getting much sleep, but we've been 100% focused on providing the best content possible. We've got so many amazing videos coming this week and over the next few days for you. So pay attention, stay tuned. I know Milton's been working on some amazing project videos, because he's way better at those than I am. And so those will be coming out real soon. As always, guys, honestly, I love you. I couldn't say enough. Thank you so much. This is Marvin saying over and out.